Welcome to the game Conquer. This game it relies on internet connection and capture films. It does so far, but with the benefits from capturing film is a research space. So what is Conquer? The app is a game feature across for artificial intelligence that three factors are following. The backstory is that Conquer is found on the internet and its origins are unknown. But conspiracy theories suggest that it's been causing stuff like massive power outage and downward spirals of world economies. The AI was found one day throughout the internet and no one knows its true was but it is powerful. Here, since there is three factions fight over it for their own beliefs, the Swarm believes it is helpful for humanity. Religion thinks it is a threat to society, while the Faceless will be explained in the next section. The Faceless is an organization that believes that Qonqr is not evil or good, and they want humanity for their own purpose. There is no way, just a spokesperson for the goal of the organization is to mine as much data for and prevent the enslavement of humanity. Also, they want to use Conquer for their own purpose, while the other factions they are anyways. They want to prevent Conquer from being destroyed by Legion, and they want to hack data from Swarm for their own purpose. And in this film and two others if possible, we are given the time reason you should join faces in the game Conquer. In these three episodes, we are not just promoting the faction but the game. As for the game is better than most location-based games since it is very flexible. Since the game allows you to play remotely. This game is also dead, so I'm trying to revive it, and it only has one developer. Use it for whatever is good, or if you're using Conquer for your own purpose, the AI can be used for personal reasons, for talking to it, to outsourcing someone. If you choose it to use it, you use it to provide point. Well, two examples. Once on the comments at the other formula, the Alexa. The Alexa used to be very popular in 2026, but got an upgrade in 2025. But the point trying to make is that it is an existing. As for the comments, I actually found out about it when I started playing in 2022 because there is a scene where the faceless actively use AI to break into Swarm HQ. Also, there are, are not good or evil, but willing to play both sides of the war. Since they do not uh, always get involved when they do they could do some home. They only to choose to survive since they do what it's necessary. The data to do is the only thing that matters since they can you say to do um with it. uh, the which Congo and artificial intelligence again also want to save time and money since AI can reduce the amount of resources needed to make your work easy. Like this makes more time for things like fun first artificial you have more flexibility since you can just check the work it produced before you send it out or something. Especially if your life is busy and you do not have time to make projects that you need help with. While some people think allowing AI to do things is cool, they can help out with your situation if able. Remember, Alexa, it can provide resources like playing music and ordering supplies for you don't have time to. Also, they can help in gaming too by giving advice or getting resources for you. AI can help with clarify about checking since Conquer is a sentient AI. It doesn't know how, or the part doesn't know yet know what about sentient or artificial intelligence like a great technology that can find sorry. If the AI provides tech can help at no strings attached. It can make ads about the technology, but if it does develop some tech, the organization can keep the best technology, and what they don't choose is sell out to the public. As for the defective technology, we have options to choose from, such as trying to fix it or starting its future. Plus, if the data is short, they can steal it while data leaks or personal data that they are stored on. It can produce technology we cannot imagine. You side with military hacker. Most of the group at the college are hackers. But while it is terrible, some of it's good. Conquer is still just a game, so we don't really have to learn how to hack things. But back on point with hacking, I was usually back to some good come from hacking since they test the limit of security. As for why they need to hack for operations, they mine is cool since it's provide useful insight on whatever the phone and the organization was. If they discover anything that is terrible, they can link it to the phone. This allows the policy knows stuff that the government or the organs were trying to keep things hands. They also hack prices because of money, since they were successful. And the next section is free more on this. So they are capable uh, of using weapons, and the comics they do so to this. This is actually involves which of the fans with the words they have are designed from routine hacks from other companies with AI. They can generate better to fight on the front lines. And because they would rather keep download, they can pick up and choose their well since they are constantly for getting into fights with people for no reasons. Plus, I they need to be an actual fight because you go for getting trouble, you avoid being or anything goes. It's you're in a relationship. It does not matter whether it's currently or not. If you're skilled in hacking, you can use your skills for good instead of evil. Because if you have the skills or the power to do something, you can do something about it. Like you can control your fate. So what's stopping you from taking control of such fate? The organization is very selfie. Some of getting Swarm HQ at least twice so far. It's it is for data extraction only, but it is for their own purpose. Also, they somehow recover AI from region. No clue how they get their hands on those AIs from region, but it's worth it. Remember, they are hackers, so they probably trace Legion activities and actually hack into the accounts. And since they operate in abandoned zones or something similar, it was possible for them to get out before they got into hot wars. They do it in their free time since it throws suspicion off when the authorities are tracking them. Since they do not know where and when Faceless was right, since no one the identity of the Faceless, they wear masks. It's for their own protection since they are again hackers, and since they are hackers, they need to draw off the authorities. So with the mask, if the authorities manage to track them to a party, they can locate them and Faceless can escape. The technology will come, could make someone such program is on the internet. They have to rely on hacking for other people for these usually focus on organizations that can provide info that can verify the faceless. As long as some information is good, it does fine with Prometheus. Let's say Qonqr lands on the internet. They can find the log of it, they can hack into the data from it and use it for their own purpose. If they manage to do so or capture Congo, they can study it and the technology as well. The AI and technology benefit the organization. They they use it. They are data brokers too, since they collect data by buying, hacking, and using trackers like cookies. Is there no technology to sell to the high speed to or mass produce? You can sell whatever data to people. With that, if it fails, you can create search for people so you can create more data from this. It says it does not matter where you get that data, where you have interface or challenges. You can use the data to train it to make it better. Within, within the age of digital media, where people have been providing data to make advertising better. So why not you use it to sell to AI? Always show that people get how to act data. There's some there weren't there enough data to be used for data brokerage and stuff, which can be and they are forced to work with what they have since most of the, the data the resources for are from the hack. They're with it, what they have. This is like real life where there are people who are living with the resources that are actually struggling with life. But working with what they got, they can hopefully succeed in the world. Since hacking and powers shown they can grab things to make life easier to operate. But they rely on the organization and the game to provide resources for the organization. But if they need extra money, they again sell data to the highest bidder to pay the bill since they work in the data brokers industry. It's, it's not going to be great. It's, they support it for hacking while working on which isn't great since they work with companies to generate models to make it easier to pay the bills, or they can use blackmail to make money while keeping people in line. If you have access to AI, no case if and how you use it. Since real is hard, having access to AI can be helpful. Since ignore AI hallucinations, you can help reduce the amount of work you have. You can schedule you can find makes that can make it help make it so your life is a lot change. And so now it's good. The change it's good. Like if you're working multiple jobs, they are artificial intelligence does work correctly. You can't get away. And you have more free time to do stuff. So I get so like learning new skills. And so most people to evolve and prefer AI from taking over the jobs they want or need. Since the market is always evolving to the new technology that comes out over the years. Since some tasks are repetitive, like battling monsters or fuel for if it's because then they can be outsourced to AI. Plus, the plus with AI, the content can be done faster, therefore the work can be done faster. The technology can be used for bad things. For example, iPad kids do not know how to control themselves. They attack people they also expect to, like they are too or not good. I have heard stories where teachers are reporting that kids are disrespecting teachers and don't have basic skill thinking skill. And they don't write good essays, and parents are not doing anything about it. Sometimes they are bad or just too busy to deal with their kids, but they do so deeply for exposing kids to technology. A good parents spend time with their kid. Also, the short periods laboratory since defect it will make it so that you do not know what is real. If there's bad outsourcing realize they will use the data like the one facing to make things against the person. If you don't use the AI for crime, they are very ways to commit towards the crime where this is used on the better scamming or again a defect. If it's covered enough, they will follow. The same is true for hacking, since AI can be used for hacking for they can use for better hack. Sometimes they have can be good while hackers for some is skillful good while the audience is full of hackers. They can use it for good or bad where they use it to hack things. There are no leaders of the organization or the leader of the organization how responsible the setting go on. Since the pay for the leader is higher than the show for the organization who have more money to use to pay off debts, especially they don't keep being an issue since they are PR trade. As for the leader who is hard is there or not. The question is to live for the faceless is a smoke person calling himself Prometheus and he can usually keep the heat off the organization. Where faceless is considered a criminal organization, so they had to keep a low profile. If they are arrested, they risk being in prison for a long time, so they keep to show about who is Prometheus. Prometheus is the spokesperson for the entire organization. So since they're so official leader for the organization, this will do nicely. It does not go well if hackers are part of the organization. And since he has helped, he sent jobs to people to in the organization. The organization has a lot of people and work on him. So help reduce the stress on him. His organization is a global organization. He cannot do everything. So especially he works in the show, so the problem could get off him. The problem is off he of people like him, and he can work. He can keep working on projects. They all they want to control AI like Conquer. They want to prevent the enslavement of humanity. They have to start AI. The AI's plan to enslave humans is a terrible thing to so we can figure out how this the enslavement we will prevent it. And with the AI, there's always a risk of that. So like draining water with AI like Conquer, we need to teach it that does not slave people. So we need to teach about oppress. Like by teaching it, we hope it will prevent it from enslaving people. Plus, the AI produced by Qonqr will be beneficial, will benefit you or not. It's better than wasting time learning how to code. They adapt to any situation. There's a faceless or constantly working with squads to work with them. It is doable for us, but it is a struggle. Since the faceless have to use it wisely since they don't have a limited resource. And they rarely have enough resources to use for battle. The deck is stacked against the player when they try and win. Well, you can't control everything, and when you are forced into a situation where you can't get out of your school, and for people who live in poverty, they live force that others, especially when they are working multiple jobs. Being a faceless member, you can work your 9 to 5 while playing during your free time. This is incredible possible for you as a success as you can do things with the zone. Numbers aren't everything. The numbers of people working together doesn't matter as long as they bring good deal. The size of the organization doesn't matter as they keep to the dark. Plus it's confusing even on their own mouths as they don't know the numbers of people in there. And sometimes they get into serious problems and they work together. I think college too well at the face maths how the ones were arguing about software to the faces and at the same college code medias end up being frustrated with Hulk for going after Wolf for being counted. It, it works sometimes as they work together to workage together we can reduce posts like being counted when someone needs to be on workout. The cost of working so or the more time is wasted on projects, and more subjects to lost public jobs. Since more people working on a project saves time. They don't do stuff that can compromise their operation. So for some, what works they do, they can get talk about to say to our fun. Get one or not answer. So if you tell people where you work, you risk getting in trouble as for emotions. You can keep them in line because sometimes people don't have to read their emotions because faces need to hide people. You need to remain in the shows. If you work in the face, you're sucking you much how much to work on a project. If they have skills for something, they have to. And if you have a good time management, you can do something about it. As for things related to artificial intelligence, you can cover it up as a hack. Also, that some things don't need to really know. Like in actual fact, this is someone's probably the artificial intelligence has just discovered anything serious. You can't release it to the public.